Alright, hello YouTube, how you guys doing today? So today, KSP, looking at BD Armory, and this is a really cool mod. It's really unique, and essentially, over here on the launch pad, we have the Learstar A1. It's a stock aircraft, and our goal right now is to blow the shit out of it. We have BD Armory installed, and we're going to go ahead and select our weapon through the Weapon Manager module, which is this little piece right here. It's in the utility menu. I'll show you guys here in a minute. Anyway, you can change your team, set your weapon states to armed or unarmed, choose your weapon, guard mode, which I'll show you guys later on, fire, and you can choose weapons. I like bringing it up over here on the side menu because it's easier that way. Anyway, on this aircraft, we only have one weapon installed, and that is the AIM-9 Sidewinder. So essentially, we are Team A, and that doesn't matter right now. It matters when you have more units with weapon managers on them. So I will show you guys that again later on. But for right now, we've got the Learstar over there, one targeted. Right click on the missile, and we are going to fire. Fire 2, Fox 2, Fox 2. Ah, damn it, fire. Right click on it and fire. Here we go. The first one missed. The second one's gonna miss. Damn it, by a long shot. Oh god. I always survived that, barely. So, yeah, it's kind of difficult to get these things to always hit their target. I think it doesn't help because of the fact these are air-to-air missiles when the target is still on the ground. So let's switch these out for Hellfire missiles, which the Hellfire missiles are most well known for their use on the Apache helicopter being anti-tank rockets, which is true. That's their main use in real life. Anyway, though, let's go ahead and try this again real quick. Let's go ahead and let it load. SAS, drop throttle, spacebar, show weapon list. We want to bring up the AJM-114 Hellfires, target the Learstar, raise our gear, and Fox 2. Boom, there we go. Impact. Look at that. Look at, oh. And my frame rate held together. Holy shit. That's the most surprising part. Oh, damn it. Okay, anyway guys, that right there is the intro to BD Armory. And that's just a small taste of what this mod has to offer. One thing I really like about this mod is it's got a few stock craft come with it, and my favorite right here is the BD Bomber. As you can see in the cargo bay, this thing is loaded to the hilt with bombs. And let's take it out real quick, and I'll show you guys what this is essentially. And also talk about the mod a little bit. This mod basically tries to add weaponry and warfare to Kerbal Space Program, and it does a damn good job at it. So essentially, you have the weapon manager here, and this weapon manager will show you what all weapons are installed on your current aircraft. So, for example, on this aircraft, all we have is the MK82 bomb. So basically, that's the only thing that's going to show up. Now, this weapon manager also shows the little green sight down you see on the runway there. Basically, that shows you if you fire the bombs right now, that's where they'll impact at. Now, let's see here. Action Group 1, I think, opens the bomb bay doors. Yes. Yes, and Action 2 drops them by default anyway. So essentially, we're just going to close the doors for a minute, swing back around, and do a bombing run on the KSC. Now, remember, we can use our sights here, little green sight, to target the building. But this mod adds air-to-ground, air-to-air, ground-to-air, cruise missiles, heat-seeking missiles, 30mm cannons, 50 caliber machine guns, 20mm cannons, 120mm Abrams tank cannon. Yeah, it's quite impressive to say the least. Oh, whoops, that was a hard roll. I didn't want to roll that hard. Shit. Turn on fine controls. Our target is the Learstar. See if we can knock it out. Bombs away, bombs away, bombs away. Look at this. This looks like a B-52 Stratofortress. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. We missed our target, but oh well, that was still beautiful. And we still have more bombs to drop. There, we're out finally. But yeah, this bomber here in particular has a lot of bombs on it. It's got a nice size payload. And one thing that's cool about this mod is the fact that really it works so flawlessly. Most things like this you would expect to have a lot of different problems with it, but no, this thing just, you know, is pretty good in general. Some of the weapons it adds is the 50 caliber turret. You have ammunition boxes. The missile rail. Now the missile rail I like because of the fact, let's put one down here real quick and show you guys how it works. You right click on it and you can add height to it. So it's extended from the aircraft, or you can subtract height so it's closer to the aircraft body itself. The AI flight computer. Essentially all this does, it'll make your plane that this is attached to fly in a pattern around the area using these parameters. So in other words, you can have one aircraft, you know, on standby that you're flying and have another one in the air. Activate this and you can have a dummy aircraft that didn't have target practice on, essentially. What's next? Hellfire. Basically, this is a small, quick, laser-guided homing missile, most effective against ground units. As I said earlier, it's using the Apache helicopter for anti-tank duties. Then you have the AGM-65 Maverick. It's a medium-yield, laser-guided air-to-ground. Again, this is used by most attack helicopters, and I believe this is also on the A-10, I think. Your AGM-860B cruise missile. It's a long-distance subsonic air-launched cruise missile. Now this point right here, air-launched, is very important, and I'll show you guys why here in a minute. The missile has no booster, so it's going to be launched while it's airborne. Essentially, it's fire and forget. Let's see what's next. AIM-120 AMRAAM, medium-range radar-guided anti-air missile. Your Sidewinder missile, which is heat-seeking. Now, I want to show you guys... Ooh, countermeasure pod. This is important. Basically, I said earlier the whole guard thing we would show earlier. That's because you can set AI to attack you and AI to defend you and things like that. So you can act out major battles with this. And the countermeasure pod will deter heat-seeking and radar-guided missiles if you're being attacked by one. Now, what am I looking for? Oh, here's a 7-barrel 30mm cannon. It's kind of like a minigun, but it shoots 30mm rounds. Your goalkeeper, it's 30mm again, but it can swivel, unlike the other one. Where's the thing I'm looking for? High explosive kill vehicle. This is a missile that basically can be fired in space. It's got RCS thrusters on it to direct itself, which is really cool. The 70 rocket hydropod, and it holds and fires 19 unguided Hydra 70 rockets. Where is it that I'm looking for? You can have an M102 howitzer, which is a 105mm gun. Here's the Abrams cannon, 120mm of pure American freedom. The M230 chain gun, 30mm automatic cannon. Cluster bomb. In the air, you can place this thing down right here, for example, right click, and you can choose your deployment altitude and the direction that it'll fire its little bomblets in, which is really cool. I'll go into more detail about that here in a minute. I'll show you guys it. Just a 500-pound unguided bomb. This thing has air brakes, so it'll actually slow down in the atmosphere. This is the same thing, just without the air brakes. Here's what I was looking for. The RBS-15 cruise missile. Long-distance, multi-platform, high-speed cruise missile with boosters. If you're building a submarine, for example, this is what you want. If you're building a Scud launcher, this is what you want. This is ground to ground, while the other one is air to ground. Now, what I'm going to show you guys is the fact I had a... Do you want to save? No, don't save that. Basically, this is my little test bed aircraft because it's just so easy to mount different weapons onto it. Now, I want to show you guys the cluster bomb, just because this thing is really nifty and really cool. I really like it. Deployment altitude, we're going to drop the deployment altitude down because I don't want this thing deploying and striking our plane while we're flying past. Anyway, the Lear Star should still be over there, which it is. I forgot to put a weapon manager on this craft. Yeah, I did. Whoopsie. Okay, so we got a fire by hand. It's alright. Oh shit, we just lost our engine. Ah, damn it. Revert flight. Revert to launch. That's the one problem with this airplane that I made. It's kind of prone to striking its tail on the ground on takeoff if you try to pull up too quickly. There we go. Now we can pull back. Anyway, let's get over here, and we got to get above 420 meters. Yes, 420. Ha ha ha. Laugh it up. So we're just going to go ahead and actually go into a dive bomb. That'd be, I think, the easiest way to demonstrate this bomb right here. Go ahead and pitch over, drop our throttle, and bombs away. One's away. Two is away. There we go. Alright guys, now we're just going to try to watch as these things free fall. There he goes, exploded, as you can see, and then all the little clusters came out. Boom, 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 boom. That is the cluster bomb, which is really useful. It's really cool, actually. If you have a lot of ground targets over a large area, this is what you use to knock out a lot of targets in a small, or actually in a large area. Anyway, let's go back to the space plane hangar. Because not only is there that stuff, there's also on the last page here, if you want to build your own cruise missile, you have a small high explosive warhead. This is just a nose cone that is, you know, crammed with explosive weapons, explosive powerness. Yeah. Anyway, throw it on top of a couple SRBs or throw it on top of a couple fuel tanks with an engine on it. That's what you use. Here's something else pretty cool. Your Vulcan cannon. Now, your Vulcan cannon is a 6-barrel 20 by 102 millimeter rotary cannon. Essentially, this thing can swivel if it's placed like this. But that's not very good for a plane. So you might want to use the Vulcan hidden, just like that. Oh, it's all packed away nice and sleek and flush with the body of the aircraft. It's really cool. Anyway, I want to go set up some targets, and I can show you guys the guard and the team features of the weapon manager. Alright guys, as mentioned earlier, the whole guard menu and everything, and the whole team thing. So essentially, we're going to pick, this right here is our like anti-aircraft vehicle. I didn't feel like making an actual truck or a tank, so I went ahead and just used the same plane and put weapons on top of it. And they're angled up as it is, so it should be fine. We have 4 AMRAAMs, 2 Sidewinders for anti-air. Now we're going to select the AMRAAM. The system is armed. Now our guard mode, or let's do this, our scan interval. That means every 10 seconds, this thing is going to scan for a Team B aircraft. Okay. Our field of view, that's in degrees around our aircraft. So in other words, 360 degrees is, you know, the entire way around. So this thing does have a blind spot on it, which is the ass end right now. The guard range, that basically means this thing's going to scan and fire for any vessel that is 2 kilometers away. Pretty straightforward. Okay, anyway, this should be good to go. So when we come within 2 kilometers of our other aircraft, it should fire. So we're going to jump back over to it. Wrong one. Let's go to this one. Going to select our cruise missiles. Now, once we press Team B, that over there should fire upon us. So let's try that out real quick. Oh, whoops. So within 10 seconds it should fire, hopefully. Well, why is it not firing? After all, I am Team B. I'm the enemy. Hear me roar. This is actually kind of strange. I'm not really sure why it's not firing. Probably something very simple. Why do these cruise missiles just change target for no apparent reason? I do not know. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, target hit.